Hello, vintage outboard motor fans. T-Mike, getting my camera set up for the live stream. That's not too bad. Good morning. Sitting here outside of my shop, getting ready for a live stream. It's Tuesday morning at 9:02. Time for some coffee. Good morning. Ça c'est bon. It is good. So here we are outside working on carburetors, 9.5 carburetors. Seems like that's all I do lately. People sending me their 9.5 carburetors. So this is the carburetor I'm working on for Mike from Florida. Mike sent me the bourbon. I'm earning that bourbon too. I worked on that carburetor, You know, since I've been doing these live streams, Larry Davis says hello from Tennessee. You know, since I've been doing these live streams, I seem to be having a lot of trouble getting it done. All right, can't seem to get it done right the first time. Got to work on it. It's kind of making me reflect back, and that's normal. It's somehow I think I'm good enough where I can just turn the camera on, sit there, clean the car, put it on, it's gonna run, right? Or put the mag on, it's gonna run, right? Well, it doesn't seem to be happening. And I slept on it last night, actually, and it dawned on me that I thought 9 out of 10 times I could just rebuild it, put it on, it would work. And actually, I think that number is more like 5 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. So, you know, Jose's carburetor gave me fits, the magneto gave me fits, the carburetor gave me fits. I've actually had to order a top half because I couldn't make it work. Now I moved on to Mike from Florida's carburetor, my cousin. Brings me bourbon. So I decided I'm not gonna take a chance on the live stream. I'm gonna work on it before. So I got up early this morning, 6 o'clock. Soaked that carburetor last night, got up early, put that carburetor together, went out here, put it on this motor, had trouble getting it started. Spray the pop fuel in it, that thing would start and run, but couldn't really get it started. Then it ran good, then it ran bad. This was like 7:30. I got the live stream at 9 o'clock. I'm like, I gotta get this thing fixed. Well, I got it fixed. I wish it would have been on the live stream when I show you what I found, but I'm gonna show you what I found right now. So, come on from Toronto. They're always a puzzle. I'm having the same issues with the tiller handle. So, here's the 9.5 carburetor. Most of you guys are familiar with it. It's got a hold together different design from the other carburetors that sit on the front. This sits on the top. Good morning, Tim. This carburetor sits on the top. So, Mike's carburetor that he sent me was doing hard to start, had to spray fuel, and the choke lever when I would pull the choke lever, right, it slides this over. The choke lever connects to here, goes out the front of the motor, slides this over, and there's a bracket underneath here, that bracket right there, that holds that choke in place, right? And there's a spring-loaded device here that pulls up the throttle. That plate underneath there, the choke lever was free. I couldn't really get the choke to close the butterfly. And then when it was running, the butterfly was halfway closed on it. Just didn't look right. And then it dawned on me, and you know what I found? His carburetor looked like this. That plate that was underneath it was missing. that controlled this butterfly. The choke butterfly here, which closes off the air and creates more compression to suck more fuel, right? This plate underneath here was missing on Mike's carburetor. You know, you find all kind of things. I don't know if Mike worked on this motor and took it off, or he bought the motor and it came like that, but anyway, I robbed the plate off of this spare. Always something simple and logical. That's right. That's right. If it looks funny to you, if you're working on it and it looks funny, that's what's nice about what I do, is I have so many spare parts that good detective work. Found those knives were a real pain. Yeah, they are a real pain, but they're dependable. So in my case, I probably have 6 or 7 of these carburetors sitting right there on a shelf inside my shop. So I can take a carburetor off and look at a working one and compare it to my detective one. Good morning, Ziggy. On my defective one, and see what the difference was. I noticed that looseness on this right here was, the plate was missing. So I took the plate off of this one, which was one of my spares, and I put it on Mike's. Mike's carburetor is on my motor. That's Big Red behind you. That's my four-wheeler. I use it to haul around motors. I use it to haul the Missy boat out on the lake. By the way, I went out and caught some fish Sunday. You want me to show them to you? Let me show you the fish I caught. Bass. Went out crankbait trolling. Caught me a limit of bass. They're not real big. They're Kentuckies. So this lake has largemouth bass and what we call Kentucky bass. They're a cross between a rock bass and a largemouth, a smallmouth and a largemouth. They're a cross, and the lake is full of them. They don't get as big as the largemouth, but in my opinion, they're better eaten. All right. So after I put the that plate underneath the choke lever pivot point, that motor runs fine, started, stopped beautifully. So before I get over there and try to crank it up, hope it don't make a fool out of me, I hope it runs, I want to talk a little bit about the stop kill switch. I get that question a lot of times, and I've said this in a couple of my videos, but I'm going to repeat it again. So when you have a stop switch on a motor and you're running it and you stop it with the stop switch, then it just dies. So the carburetor stays full, the reed valves, the actual piston cylinder stays with fuel in it. Sweet fishing, yeah. Yeah, purse too. So when you don't have a stop switch and there's 2 ways to kill it, you can choke it, which floods it. Okay, it puts too much fuel in there. When you come back to start it, it's flooded. But normally if you wait long enough, it doesn't, you know, it's not flooded, but you have to choke it again. When you stop it by idling all the way down, it runs out of gas and then dies. So when you come back to start it, you have to choke it, okay? So this motor, my test motor, the kill switch is not working on it. The connections that come in from the different magnetos are all different, so I just don't use a stop switch on my test motor. So when you see me stop that motor, I'm gonna idle all the way down, and it's gonna run out of gas. When I come back to start it, it might start right away, but it's starving for gas. It's got to suck gas to get started, and I might have to choke it to get it started. So when you see me running it, if it had a kill switch, you could pull that handle right away to start up, but it's starving for gas, so you got to go through a little work to get it started. So wish me luck. My live streams have not been lucky the last few times. I was bound and determined to make this one a lucky one. I'm gonna go start Mike's motor. Here we go. Mike sent me bourbon. He's gonna get something in return. I'm doing a live stream right now. You're on camera.
Me?
Not yet. You're still standing there. My wife just came out to talk to me. What's up, boo? Let's see if this motor will start. So I stopped it. I had it all the way down, so it started for fuel. Let's see if it'll start without choking it. Hundred 23 degrees, running good. So I pulled the fuel connector off of it and let it run out of gas because I'm going to be shipping it back to Mike. All right, so we're going to call that the bourbon carburetor. We'll think about Mike when I have his bourbon. Hey, I did a live stream and it actually worked. Man, it's been 3 or 4 live streams, but that's what it's all about. You know, next time I see that sloppiness and that choke lever mechanism, I'm gonna know what it is, that plate. So the little a notorious problem with these 9.5s is this little link retainer, they call it, that holds the choke lever. It's plastic and they wear out. So Mike didn't have one on his motor, but I sell them. Okay, I have 2 engineers in Chicago, Mike, and Mike 3D prints plastic parts for me. He prints this retainer. Mike and his partner do handle grips and knobs and almost any plastic parts that you need out there. I got brand new, tested by me and made by Mike and his little company up in Chicago. So that's pretty neat. If you need this retainer or any other plastic knob, look on my store or give me a text message and I'll send you the link to buy it. All right. Congratulations on finding out what was wrong, feeling this solid. But yeah, I tell you what, I love doing the restores, but working on this mail-in repair stuff is pretty cool, because almost everyone obviously has a problem or it wouldn't be sent to me. Sometimes it's just a dirty carburetor, but this one was a missing part actually on the carb, and that's hard to find if you've only got one motor and you're not really experienced in working on them and don't know how they work. It's hard to find. So ship me your stuff. I love it. I'll make this live stream and y'all can get on it and learn along with me, you know, because as we say here at T Mike's Vintage Outboards with my cousin, we're doing it one motor at a time. See y'all next video. Don't forget my website, first link down below. Click on it and subscribe. Got monthly newsletters coming out. Just had one for the month of May. It's pretty cool. Check out the newsletter. When you hit the website, there's a link on the top that says newsletter, June 2024. Just click on the link and it'll bring you my monthly newsletter. Au revoir, mes amis. Laissez les bon temps rouler.